Yes, yes, yes. Milano is black and blue. Milano siamo noi. Milano è nerazzurra. Milanista vaffanculo. Milanista vaffanculo. Milanista vaffanculo. Ah, that is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This was the game that this wasn't the game that we wanted. We wanted to kill Milan. But we'll take it, guys. What is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. Inter 1, AC Milan nil. Inter's ownership of Milano returns to the right side of Milan, to the black and blue side of Milan. Their ownership of Milan last season is over. We have ended that. This Milan team is one of, and then I'm saying this, if there's any Milan fans in this chat, I'm saying this with zero disrespect to you, to Milanisti, but this is one of the worst title defenses I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I'll have to look into it in terms of other champions, Serie A champion, even other leagues, but Serie A specifically. Has there ever been a team that has defended their title, the crest that you're given after winning the Scudetto? Has there ever been a team that has defended it this badly? This badly? Like, this is the champion of Italy? What we saw out there on the pitch? Really, really bad. Really, really bad. And I mean, of course, we're going to clown Milan. We're going to enjoy this victory. But I just want to say that Milan out there today and the one we've seen the last few weeks, this is worrying. I would be worried as a Milan fan. Like, these guys look like they are in free fall. And of course, we will feast, we will enjoy. But that, until parts of the second half, that was an embarrassing performance from Milan, honestly speaking. From a rival, with zero disrespect to the fans, that is not good enough. If I was a Milan fan, I would be fuming. But anyway, back to focus on ourselves. Time to give you guys some shine as well. There's been people here commenting even before the match finished. And yeah, today, we can't win a game without them giving us a heart attack. Like, it's impossible. These guys, that first half was so easy. Milan just gave us that first half, and then the second half, we just chose to dilly and dally and get overconfident. And I wouldn't have been surprised if Milan somehow shithoused the way to get 1-1 or just some scrappy goal here and there, because it was in the air. Something could have happened in the second half. The way that Inter would just let it go. Some of the touches not on it, not continue to be ruthless. They weren't ruthless. 1-0 clean sheet, yes, good, but the way Milan played, Inter should have done a lot more. Inter should have done a lot more. Let's go, as Mighty Mouse says. Amala, Corey. Lukaku is back. He's just missing. Oh yeah, we saw some sightings of Lukaku, and thank you, Pioli. Yeah, not starting Leao, playing 3-5-2 for the first time, I think, in his Milan career. Disaster from Pioli. Yeah, I mean, Milan, Ridwan, they showed something in the second half, but it couldn't be worse. They were so bad in the first half. They were so bad in the first half. We'll have a look at the stats in a moment. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't going to be hard to improve on that. It wasn't going to be. They just needed to have one shot on goal, which happened in the 58th minute. I think Milan had their first shot, not even on goal, just a shot. Should have smashed them, but ref kept them in the game. Yeah, ref kind of shaky on both sides as well. Some calls not great. Didn't really keep the flow of the game wasn't great from the referee. Some fouls not called. It is what it is. No big decisions, and maybe apart from the penalty. We'll have a look at that as well. But all in all, Mattia, yeah, we should have smashed them. That's the only regret from today. But it's good that we're nitpicking a win in this derby rather than nitpicking from a loss like we were last season or at the beginning of this season. It's good that we're nitpicking over 3 points secured, and we're nitpicking from being second in the league now, secure second for now anyway. Roma sneaking up at the moment. nice little run they've been on, but Milan slipping down very quickly into sixth position. Luckily for them, they don't have to really look behind because the next best team is Torino at the moment, but they've got 8-point gap. But if they want to finish top four, they need to up their game very soon. Whereas Inter for now, buy a little bit of breathing space. There's a 5-point gap between Lazio, but yeah, Lazio actually have still a game to play tomorrow, so we'll see how they do. But it buys us some time. And yeah, Filippo, I was as well, bro. I tweeted about it. I was like, please don't get overconfident, you bastards, you fuckers. That's the word they used. They were just so superficial, and I think Barella was the image of that. Like, he had some great touches in the first half, but then like it seemed like he almost like was getting, like trying to showboat at times, or just trying to get used to those amazing touches. Like, of course we know he's got that, but I think it was a step too far at sometimes. And I think luckily it didn't come back to bite us in the ass. Sharif in the house, love this version of LM10. Yes sir, LM10, Lautaro Martinez. How good has he been since he has returned from the World Cup? He has been the leader, and of course he has inherited the armband as well now, quite rightly as well, leading from the front. He has been really the leader on the pitch, even if he didn't have the armband. He's been leading this team, and he's carrying us on his back today. Could have had 2 goals if it wasn't for his big forehead being offside. But what a performance from Lautaro. Brella got tired. I think Lautaro got tired. Yeah, they all looked a little bit tired towards the end for sure. But that's where, Inzaghi as well, even around the 50th, 60th minute, you could see some of the players starting to get a little bit overconfident, a little bit tired. But yeah, this time it didn't. We know the last derby from last year, his non-changes or his late changes or his choice of changes cost us. But this time it didn't. Yeah, Di Marco and Dzeko today, by their standards, everyone. It wasn't like an outstanding display. Even Lautaro, I mean, he had a good goal and there's some nice touches around there, but there was no one like really like outstanding. I can't, like, off the top of my head, if I say man of the match, obviously probably is Lautaro for the match-winning goal, but I can't really see too many outstanding performances in top of my head. But yeah, they did the job. They did the job. And it was great to see our fans, our curva, everyone. Look at this tifo. Yes, Aris Bastoni. Look at that. How beautiful is that? The creativity, the design, the implementation of it. Everyone playing their part on that side, on the curva north side. The snake, the biscione, and even on one other banner said, even in Riyadh, for the umpteenth time, the devil kneeled in front of the snake. And today, once again, the devil kneeled in front of the snake. They've been bitten by the snake one more time. And this is probably the last time we face Milan this season, unless something crazy happens in the Champions League where we both end up going through and both end up facing each other in the Champions League. But yeah, it feels nice. Inzaghi, his first derby win in the league. Very, very overdue. About time, but good. Very, very good. Yes, King Dario Milan is the blue. The real LM10 showed up. Yeah, we don't know about Lionel Messi. Yeah, Lionel Messi is LM30 now anyway. There's only one LM10 now, and this Lautaro Martinez. Enjoying the Middle East spliff, of course, Mustafa. Of course, we're enjoying that Milan pack. We are enjoying very, very much so. And yes, before we get into the match analysis with the screenshots and all that kind of stuff, I want you to run up those likes. There's 137 people here. That is so good to see, man. That is so good to see. Please get those likes in there. Even Denzel Dumfries is piping up in there. We didn't see Denzel today. No Theo Denzel beef out there today. But una prova di forza. Yes, it was definitely a really good show of strength, as Amedeo says. Really, really good show of strength. And kind of just, righting the wrongs from last season, or the mistakes that were done last season and at the beginning of the season. So really, really good. Really, really good turnaround. Hey, Nikhil, I just came to say 3 things. Tihu, Liahu, Kaluhu, yeah, all those guys, man, all those guys. They just look like a complete. I mean, again, obviously we talk about Inter as well, but they just look so flat. They just look so flat, Milan. Like, you know how Tonali, Theo, they used to be like in your face, like, you know, they were starting beef, like left, right, and center, doing little niggly fouls, and like just they just don't look the same, like mentally. There's definitely something wrong in that team. But yeah, of course, we don't care. We feasting. Yeah, Dougie in the house. Milan were poor into a comfortable, a bit too comfortable, Dougie, a bit too comfortable. But yeah, Milan were poor. Julian, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the house. James Richardson, James Horncastle. No, only in Kushama for me with the wine glass. I hope you are having a nice wine glass, or if you don't indulge in alcohol, everyone out there, just, yeah, some nice beverage alongside this nice analysis. Pioli's on fire. Yes, Tom, if you guys didn't hear at the end, Inter fans were singing out, Pioli's on fire. No. Yeah, of course, that was the song, that was the hit from last year that Milan fans got to play a lot of times in our faces, unfortunately. But you know, this is calm. It comes back to bite you. You have to take, you have to give it, and also be able to take it. So at the moment, Milan fans have to take it. The second half, we lost focus. Marvel also said that's not on Inzaghi players. Yeah. But at the same time, I see that as a little bit of both, to be honest. You know, Inzaghi with the changes or with some form of instructions could have, you know, woken them up a little bit. I think it is. We've seen that so many times under Inzaghi as well, Marvel Lawson. It seems to be like that's one part of his handling of these players that I don't think he's able to get that real, you know, fight until the end, you know, bleed for your shirt type of mentality right until the end. But yeah, again, the players are always to blame for that, because Inzaghi's not out there on the pitch, it's the players, and they should be knowing that these guys have won the Scudetto. Most of these guys, these are experienced captains of their national teams. A lot of these guys, they should be knowing this. Hey, Interista forever. Wait, bro, how come you're not making videos anymore? I haven't seen a video from you in ages, bro. But yeah, thank you for coming through. Smiley, my brother. Let's go, baby. Sup, Jean, sup, Eduardo. Who else is in house? Going to bed happy. Yes, sir. And we're going to bed very, very happy. And Eduardo, my brother, thank you very much for the donation. Always very much appreciated. And we could have scored more. Yeah, I want to see actually the XG in a minute, in terms of how much Inter actually created. And Paki, thank you very much for rejoining. I know you were a member before, so thank you very much for that, to rejoin the channel membership. And hey, my boy Mikey back in the house. Yes, sir. Monetization is back. El Toro is amazing. And you guys make sure to subscribe to Mikey's channel for sure. You guys know the deal. He makes videos about football, not just English or Italian. He just makes football. He's just a football guy all over. You know the deal. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mikey. Hey, Otlo, good to see you. Great way to start a week, ladies and gents. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Doug, oh, thank you very much, Dougie, man. My brother. Oh, of course, another guy you need to subscribe to. He got all the goats in here. He got all the YouTube goats right now in the chat. Dougie, he's a Liverpool fan. Makes primarily like Liverpool Premier League content, but he also makes European football content. So make sure you check him out. And yeah, thank you, Mattia, for welcoming Doug to the gang, the Uncle Shama gang. And Sharif, hey, I know he was a long-time member as well before, so thank you for rejoining. But yeah, guys, oh, my boy, Ami, another goat. We've got the Twitch goat in the house now. We've got so many goats in here. How does it feel to support a team that has a solid midfield that can win? Yeah. See, look at this guy's perspective. This is a Liverpool fan. Ask him last season, this time last season, his mood would have been completely different. And like us, they're actually, I mean, compared to Premier League teams, these guys don't invest that much. But compared to us, these guys are, billionaires, these guys, compared to us. That shows you guys always put things in perspective. Things can always be much, much worse. As much as we moan about Suning and Inter and, Serie A in general, not being able to compete. But got to put things in perspective. But yeah, it feels good, Amit, not to be a mid-table team. No, I'm joking. Well, actually not joking, because you are a mid-table team, but yeah, you know what I mean. A nerdy fact: Aslani is now officially a permanent Inter player. His contract stated he'd become an Inter player if Inter got 1 point after January. Hey, look at that, Ahmed, coming through with the contract stipulations, and that is great to see. 148 people in here. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. And now let's get into all the screenshots. And yeah, another, oh my God, more goats coming in. Anglo-Italian pod, you guys make sure to subscribe to these guys as well. I was on their channel to preview the Milan derby just the other day. And yeah, they talk about European football in general. So yeah, make sure you check out these guys. So many goats in the chat, man. I'm getting gassed. Everyone's in here. Yeah, we've already had a look at this, but why not look at it again? Where's the Julian Alvarez gang? Where are they? The ones that were telling us this guy stinks and Julian Alvarez is better than him, and yeah, like Argentina shouldn't be starting this guy. Where are those guys? Put some respect on this guy's name, El Capitan Lautaro. And yeah, and that's Sanjar, my boy. That's why Inter's the best club. All the YouTube goats gathering here to smoke that Milan pack. Yes, sir. Milan man, Laut. Yeah, exactly. Milan man. They call them Salernitana man. They call them Crotone man. Yeah, actually, it's kind of accurate because he only scores against small teams. So yeah, I guess Milan man makes sense. Salernitana man. Yeah, only small teams for Lauti. Only small teams. But yeah, I wanna. Oh, there you go. Another donation. Geez, everyone's feeling very generous today. But I know when Inter win, the love is flying in the air. So I appreciate you guys. No money for lunch tomorrow left now. No, Sherry, make sure you have something nice. You gotta be feasting. We feasted tonight, but you gotta continue feast for the rest of the week. But I appreciate you. I can have a nice lunch tomorrow. But thank you very much. But yeah, look at the formation. Like quickly talking about Milan, Pioli possessed by the soul of Allegri, the ghost of Allegri, or you know, I understand. Like we talked about it. I talked about it in my preview that Milan have been so bad defensively. 4 goals against Lazio conceded, 5 against Sassuolo, 3 against us, 2 against Lecce. So something had to be done. Something had to be done by Milan, and going 3-5-2 basically, where you can see the average position of the first half there on the left, guys, a flat back 5, very deep. Look how Giroud barely just goes over the halfway line. That's how deep Milan were playing. Full terrorismo ball, full. It felt like it was Allegri's Juventus out there, but at least Juventus at least create something. These guys were doing absolutely nothing. Messias coming into the midfield, so very, very defensive tactics coming through by Pioli, and it didn't work. It didn't work because they were 1-0 down at halftime. So whatever he tried to do, it did not work. But I don't blame him for trying it because they have been leaking goals left, right, and center. But yeah, it didn't work. Emil, another donation. Thank you very much, my Scandinavian brother. Milan are so bad, 0 shots on target in the Milan derby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean this with 0 disrespect, but this Milan team were embarrassing. That is not how you play a derby. That did not feel like a derby because of Milan. And then yeah, we were creating. We didn't create like crazy chances, or we weren't like smashing them left, right, and center. Because yeah, Milan were quite deep, so it's difficult to create chances when a team is playing like that. They were literally playing like a Salernitana or like a a Lecce or like a newly promoted team. That's why I really felt like playing Milan, especially in the first half today. This was the first like 5-6 minutes. Lautaro gets a shot on target, decent save from Tatarusanu, which I actually don't think Milan fans can moan about Tatarusanu today. The few saves he had to make, he made them today, so they can't moan about him today. Yeah, left foot, Lautaro shot. Oh yeah, I kind of got the order wrong here. I didn't want to put this slide here, but yeah, Marotta also spoke about the Skriniar situation. I guess we can cover that now that I've brought this up. So the little interview, or not interview, I don't know what to call it, like a conversation that Curva Nord had with Skriniar was released before the game in the fanzine, like the Curva Nord said it would be. I don't know if you guys had a chance to read it, but basically the gist of it is Skriniar. Like, it's basically what we've been talking about. We all know, but now it's kind of got that confirmation from Skriniar that Inter had an offer from PSG. They put him up for sale. He, had an agreement. Obviously, because of that, he agreed to being sold and had an agreement with PSG. And then Inter couldn't agree with PSG. He had his agreement, and then he said, according to him, he was, as we know, like, he was willing to accept a lower offer from Inter compared to PSG's, but by that time, Inter weren't going to offer him the 8 million that apparently he was ready to accept. And it is what it is. Like, and we found out, and then as Marotta says there, bit of sadness. So, and he also seems to admit that it could have been managed better. So maybe, some admitting his mistake, or a bit of, like, the management, which it definitely is. I still believe it is majority of the blame lies on management. It is both sided, both parties are to blame, but most of it lies on management for not renewing him. He should have been renewed. Even if you want to sell him, he should have been renewed. And on the translation is quite bad. It's not on the wing, it's on the armband. So on the armband, we had to make a very strong decision in terms of, like, they took that armband away from him because they have strong values. If they're not shared, the armband can't be given. So I agree with that. But what did you guys make of Skriniar? I thought he was completely fine today. And there was one moment where he went up high and he lost the ball on the edge of their box, which left us very exposed, and we could have been punished, but we weren't. Let's see what else. So for score gave him, they got given a 7, just like most of our other players. Not too bad. I thought he was concentrated. I thought he, usual Skriniar. There was no real, until the second half, he didn't have to deal with Leao. Had lots of touches. He was very involved with the ball. He even had a header attempt on target, and he completed a 1-out-of-1 dribble. Apparently, that was it's good. But I thought it was decent. Nothing, and that's what I expect. I expect nothing less or nothing more from Skriniar. Really, I expect a professional Milan Skriniar till the end of the season. Skriniar was very attacking in the first half today instead of Bastoni. I think they kind of left. I think it was probably designed by Pioli in that way, in terms of letting. They probably wanted to mark Skriniar more. Bastoni more than Skriniar. But even Bastoni, like, their formation, it was like a 3-5-1-1 or a 5-3-1-1. It left a lot of space for the right centre back or the left centre back to kind of go up and down. So I thought he was pretty decent. No, I don't blame you, Indra. Of course, we're still, emotional about the whole Skriniar thing, but I've already kind of got over it. Like, I'm over it already. Like, let's just end the season with this guy, and there's less, like, they need to be searching and already trying to negotiate for his replacement already. I hope the management is on top of that. We can't be wasting time on that. We need to be moving on. Exactly. The renewal, as Valmo says, should have been done a long time ago. Christian Matei says Skriniar was cool, except that one time he mentioned that dumb spin. He tried to do like a roulette on the edge of their box. Expectation for Inter. I mean, basically, we're a top 4 and vibes this season now. That's what my friend Anthony from Inter Worldwide calls it. Just get top 4, finish above Milan, which now looks more and more likely. And then Champions League, get past Porto, get at least to the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and then now they were in the semi-final of the Coppa Italia, try to win the domestic cup as well. So top 4, Coppa Italia plus quarterfinals of Champions League. That's our expectations as Inter fans. CQ, we're also sad we didn't smash you. Oh, CQ is in the house. One of my favorite Milan fans in the world. There he is. I hate you all for not beating us 4-0. Now Pioli is probably playing Krunic as a striker against Tottenham because Leao is not good enough instead of being sacked. I am really interested. Thank you, CQ, for coming through. But I am interested to see what happens to Pioli now. Because, he still has a lot of credit in the bank, I'm sure, because of that title win last year. But they can't go on much longer than this. It looks like this has got the remnants of or the looks of a coach who's kind of lost the dressing room, or the dressing room is not following him anymore. They're not fighting, they're not running hard. Just the basics don't seem to be there anymore. So I'm interested to see what happens with Pioli. Very, very interesting to see. Do you think we'll be able to replace Skriniar? Yeah, I mean, of course, every player, like, that's the thing, guys. We've seen it over the years. Like, we've replaced Ronaldo, guys. We've replaced Recoba. We replaced Adriano. We replaced Eto. Well, actually, I'll take that back. That was banter. We didn't replace him. We replaced Ibrahimovic with Eto. There's so many players around the world, guys. And especially if you think about it, like, Skriniar this season, because of all the distractions, the injury at the beginning of the season, he hasn't been, like, I wouldn't even put him, like, in terms of performance, top 5 in Serie A. Like, usually he's been, if not the best, at least top 3 in Serie A for like 3 or 4 seasons in a row now. But this season, I wouldn't even, when it comes to making my team of the season at the end of the season for Serie A in general, I'm not even going to think about Milan Skriniar. So you have to also think that, like, we're not, the Milan Skriniar that's leaving us right now, the performance level isn't of the world-class Milan Skriniar. But at the same time, and I've always said, in my personal opinion, some people disagree with me, but I just don't think he even suits the right centre-back of a 3 role in this, specifically, like, for if you want to play progressive football, modern progressive football, which Inzaghi does want to play. I think you need someone with a bit more mobility and a bit more athleticism and lateral movements, and just a bit more agility. I think in this type of system, like, a rugged centre back like Skriniar should be playing in the middle of the 3. I think that's really his role. But yeah, let's get back. Oh, yeah, my boy, Old Heart. Look, all the goats, as I'm saying, all the goats are in the chat today. Another one here. Make sure you guys give him a pity follow and subscribe. Old Heart Rossonero. But yeah, I said it, bro. If you missed at the beginning, worrying times for Milanisti, because that did not feel like a real derby because of you guys. It just, Inter kind of won this in 3rd gear, 4th gear. You guys just didn't really show much apart from a little bit in the second half. Very, very poor. Very, very poor. But yeah, let's get back into the screenshots I had. Oh yeah, what did you guys make of the penalty? For me, I posted this on Twitter, and I did change my opinion on whether it was a penalty or not. Yeah, Samir, my boy, what's up? Good to see you. 2-handed push from Gabbia on Dzeko, but to me, like, technically it is a foul, because if this was in the middle of the pitch, as people pointed out on Twitter, this would have been given a foul, because you're pushing the guy from the side 2-handed whilst he's almost loading up for a shot. But my thinking is, that doesn't apply to, like, the football rules, because I think a penalty is such a high probability chance that is given to score, like a high XG, high percentage of scoring. And to me, the foul for a penalty has to be quite significant. So to me, it would have been a soft penalty. But at the end of the day, that's not the rules. It's not because it's a soft foul, so it shouldn't be a penalty. A foul in the penalty box is a penalty, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, that's the rules. So it's a soft one. I still say it's a soft one, but yeah, it's a foul is a foul. So that should have been a penalty. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, Lauti is Milan's father for sure. Nick Knox. He's the grandfather, the father, the mom. He's everything. He gives birth to Milan. And here he is, our Lauti. He is now, as the Opta stat there says, he has scored 7 goals against Milan, becoming the 2nd highest scorer with Inter in the Milan derby, only fewer than Stefano Naes, who has 11. So he only has 4 more goals to score in this fixture to become the all-time top scorer, which is actually quite surprising. You think over the years, the likes of Vieri, or Eto Milito, I guess they weren't there for long enough. Yeah, that's probably why. Well, Vieri was there for a while, but yeah, Inter maybe weren't that good. So there you go. It's perfect. This is the perfect way for Lautaro to coronate this with his captain's armband. Oh yeah, and Cartel obviously still living in his head rent free. This guy, you're gonna have to start paying me, bro. You're gonna start paying me rent. I can't help but think about terrible refereeing decision. I don't know. He was bad all around. I think Matt today. He was bad all around. But yeah, that penalty it could have cost us. Yeah, it could have cost us. If Milan ended up scoring 1-1, we would have been definitely been moaning about it a lot. But luckily, it wasn't important. Yeah, I think I agree with Amit. You would want it to be given for your team, but find it harsh to be given against. I agree. The way Jacko went down, yeah, that's the thing as well. The way Jacko went down, like, because he's so big and tall, it kind of, yeah. We don't have very good like divers. They need to like refine their the diving a little bit. So yeah, I agree with Pomeshwar on that one. Oh, you have to go back in time. Nayes, you're gonna have to go back to the 50s, I think, Stefano Nayes. So yeah, I don't blame you for not knowing Stefano Nayes. He was Hungarian footballer. I've just searched him up myself, so I'm not even claiming to know it. Yeah, 1948 to 1954, he was at Inter, Hungarian striker. So yeah, don't worry, you're not a casual for not knowing Stefano Nayes. Yeah, exactly. I was surprised not to see Christian Vieri up in that list. Milan fans shit on Lauti all the time, but I don't know, he keeps scoring them. Yeah, no, they definitely, Lautaro and Dzeko, Lukaku both love scoring as Milan, so they definitely can't be shitting on him. Hey, my boy Vivek in the house. Jeez, we got like everyone in the chat today. It's crazy. Oh, bro, we're gonna have to spend some time to think about that. Let us enjoy the win today, but there's probably a video I'll have to make in the coming weeks to think about it. But yeah, there's plenty of names out there. We just need to nail down a few that I haven't nailed down my ideal one yet. Still, I'm more angry at the offside of millimeter. Well, let's get into that one. Let's talking about refereeing decisions. That's Lautaro's big forehead. We always make fun of his forehead and his weird hairstyle like he has, but that's literally punished him there, and obviously his shoulder. But yeah, it could have been 2 goals for Lautaro today if it wasn't. And yeah, this weird like it's supposed to be semi-automatic, this offside system, but it's like it took like 3 or 4 minutes. Like, it's supposed to be quick, so it's the same system that was used in the World Cup, but it still takes them ages. So I don't get what the point is of having this. If it's semi-automatic, it should be like quick, right? I think that's the whole point of it. So, but yeah, that was so tight, and yeah, it was going to be a nice goal of a Lukaku flick. It could have been a return of the Lula, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. Yeah, of course, Sean. We gotta enjoy the rest of the day now, especially for you Americans on that side of the world. You got the rest of the day. I've got to go sleep in the moment, but yeah, just gotta chill. Joe Gomez, nah, thank you, bro. I'm good. We good. You can keep him twerking, doing his Ice Spice. Yes, beating these people always makes us really happy. Of course, beating our rivals it just gives you that extra. Just gives you that extra little feeling, the little extra tingle. The little tingle. And yeah, our guys were getting so bored. They were trying to score off corners. DiMarco tried it first, and then Hakan tried it. I don't know if they actually wanted to. We've seen Hakan do it before, actually. But yeah, he almost just caught Tatarusanu off the line both times off a corner, and it almost worked in. Almost worked. And yeah, thank you, Sean, for reminding. 60 people haven't liked the stream. That's not good enough. Come on, guys, get those likes up. In Italy, it's not semi-automatic, it's manual. Yeah, probably. Hey, we've got a new fan, Ryan from Ireland. I don't know if you new fan as in from my channel or a new fan of Inter. But either way, you have a W today. Hope you don't get cocky from this win. Yeah, definitely. Hope they continue being humble and continue working hard for the next fixtures. We've got difficult fixtures now. Well, actually, not too hard. Let's have a look quickly at the fixtures coming up for Inter. We've got Porto obviously coming up in a few weeks in the Champions League. Sampdoria away should be it has to be a win. It has to be 3 points. Then Udinese at home, we need to take a revenge for the loss at the beginning of the season. And then in between Porto, we have Bologna sandwiched in, and Lecce, and Spezia. So again, I'm not gonna say, guys. You know what I want to say, which is what I said in January. You know what I want to say, that Inter should be doing, whatever, how many points there's on the line here. You know what I want to say. I want to say that Inter should be grabbing majority or 100% of those, but I'm not gonna say it because last time I said it and it didn't happen, and we got smashed by Empoli and then we drew to Monza. So I'm starting to believe in these jinxes and stuff, like I always used to make fun of people, but ever since this channel and you guys just in the comments, like I'm actually starting to believe all that kind of stuff about jinxes and voodoo or whatever. Like I actually am. Hey Tommy, no, my favorite Nigerian Inter fan. He is in the house feasting, of course. And Emil with another donation. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you very much. Would I take Lindelof? No. He's decent. He's good on the ball, Lindelof. Like he's one of those defenders that's his main thing, like being good on the ball. Like I still would want someone that's actually good at defending first, and he's not particularly that, quick or athletic either. I mean, obviously he's quicker than Skriniar, but he doesn't convince me defensively. And his wages would be crazy. I'm sure like Man United always pay people like crazy money, even if they're like not even starters, which Lindelof isn't. If it's a loan, I could see into like going for something like that. Man United, we've like sleeved them before, and Premier League teams sometimes, you can get these opportunities for loans, but apart from that, no, I wouldn't look at Lindelof. Emil, he doesn't strike me at all. Hey, another goat in the chat. All the goats, as I keep saying. El Toro, my captain. Barella, what a magician. Hakan, yeah, he is. Hakan is. I think as Snud just tweeted earlier, I think he's got 4 goals and assists in the Milan derby now. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is because of you guys. This is why, because of you guys. I'm not saying it. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not saying it. Hey, look at that. Everyone is in the chat today. All the YouTube goes, all the Twitch goes. Everyone's in the house, even my real life friends. Yeah, Pato dell'Inter. Make sure you guys check him out. If you speak Italian, he makes Inter videos in Italian. Yeah, he's a great guy. Make sure you check him out. Join the dogs. I'm part of the Jinx FC now, like because every time I say we've got a fully fit squad, and it happened the other day, and then Correa goes and gets injured, like he got injured yesterday. So I'm actually like starting to be, it's because of you guys. After January, no way we get all the points in February. Yeah, there's Mattia doing the opposite of what I didn't want to do. So maybe that works. I'll say that. Yeah, we're gonna get 0 wins in February. Hey, another go. Of course, we couldn't leave without the actual, Inter videos in English go. Anthony Priv, of course. I'm sure he should be doing his reaction at some point. I'm sure, or he's probably at work right now. Oh yeah. So he can't wait to get home and watch the game. Might do another watch along. Yeah, make sure you guys check him out on Inter Worldwide. No, we don't need another Icardi situation for sure. Gabri says this W will help us win in a big way to help us finish top 4. Not looking good for Milan. Yeah, not looking good for them at all. Yeah, 120k a week. I don't even know what that is in net millions, but yeah, that sounds too much money. And yeah, too many brain dead moments for sure. What else is there to cover off? Oh yeah, like half time. Like this is going back to Milan being really, really poor and disappointing. Really, 74% possession. I think this is the highest we've had this whole season. Like not even against Salernitana or Cremonese or any of these newly promoted team. We did have 70. I think the highest we had was 70. 74 guys, 9 shots, 2 on target, 3 blocked, 5 corner kicks, and look at the other side, Milan, 26% possession, 0 shots. Awful. And look at the average position. Like, that says everything. I highlighted DiMarco. That is DiMarco, guys, number 32. I'm not even joking. It's not a bug. That is SofaScore's average position map. And it shows you, look how high Skriniar and Acerbi are, basically almost above the halfway line. And if you guys remember, if I show you the look where Giroud is on Milan's average positions, just over the halfway line. So we literally were squashing them, but not even like in terms of, it wasn't even it was them just sitting back and trying to absorb pressure. That looks like almost like a asymmetric 4-3-1-2 if you see it there, like DiMarco, Dzeko being the CAM and Lautaro and DiMarco are the strikers. And that says a lot about that first half. Absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Shaman, nah, you the go, Anthony. You know it. So much love for you and all in the chat. Big ups, Inter fans. Enjoy the day. Yeah, you enjoy your day for sure, bro. At work. And look at this go, another go. This is a TikTok and Twitter go. Huyan, if you don't know, you got to check him out. This guy's too funny. Ray Hudson, of course, the poet. The man, El Toro from Argentina, is cleaner than Neutrogena. Yeah, I heard that one. Straight poetry. Yeah, straight poetry. I heard that one. I'm glad you pointed that one out. Oh, well, I had to like double take on that. I was like, what does he mean? I was like, oh yeah, the cream, isn't it? Neutrogena, the cleaning cream. What a guy, Ray Hudson. What a guy. Huyan and Indro here. Neutrogena is like, look it up, Indro. It's like the cream. It's like a cream for like cleaning your face, and like it's just a cleansing cream. Check the passes completed in the first half. Embarrassing for Milan. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oh yeah, what about Onana? Yeah, if you look at even Onana's position, as Mohammed pointed out, look, he's not even in the box. He's just, that guy had nothing to do apart from a couple of saves in the second half. Yeah, we could have won this game with Handanovic in goal, to be honest. And yeah, Kingsley, like I've been talking about it last few weeks. I mean, we talked about it last season. Like I specifically never took the credit. You can never discredit a team when over a 38 game period they've won a league title. They deserve it. That means the coach and the players did something amazing. But we always said, like, on paper, this team, the fact that we let this team last season win the title is, yeah, it was embarrassing. And you see like, this is probably the real the real level of them. I wouldn't say this is not the real level of the Milan. I wouldn't go that far, because it wasn't just last season. They've been showing a real high level for 2 seasons, even with injuries. But yeah, we're seeing closer to what the real level was that it should have been last year. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if I was a Milan fan, I would be so angry. Like, that is pitiful. That is embarrassing. And we gifted them Scudetto. We've mentioned it so many times. Complete bottle job by us, but also them. That last 7-8 game period, they just went on a streak of winning 1-0, whatever it took. Leao, Magnon just going to the next gear. Their defense not conceding goals, and ended up being the best defense in the league. And now look at their defense now. I mean, we say we defend badly. Look how bad their defense is in terms of numbers now. We've conceded 26, and these guys have conceded 30. That's a title-winning defense. Embarrassing. Who is the best defense in the league? Oh, it's still Juventus, but 17. Oh no, actually no. Napoli and Roma are the best defenses in the league now. Sorry, Napoli and Lazio, 16 and 15. But yeah, embarrassing. Not good enough. But yeah, even still, Inter's numbers are still not good enough. 26 is way too much still. Well, yeah, good. Quick mentions for some guys that came on: Brozovic and Lukaku. Lukaku, I think, had a good impact today. I think his goal, it was a foul. He was holding Thiago by the neck, by the shirt on the neck. So maybe some people say it was harsh, but I think it was rightly disallowed. But yeah, everyone, Hakan always good. Mkhitaryan was good. Barella up and down. Some really classy moments, but a few, especially in the second half, he annoyed me a lot with some of his lackadaisical and just being a bit superficial. Di Marco, Darmian kind of quiet today by their standards. But yeah, Darmian, we know he always does his job. And then good to see Brozovic coming back in. But yeah, he was maybe a couple of touches, a bit rusty. But yeah, we gotta give Brozovic some time, of course, to get back into the swing of things, as we know. And Paki is ready for work. He's ready to tackle work, and I'm sure he's going to be tackling it with a big smile on his face. Matty Pick says it just shows the mentality of Pioli, would rather change formation and bench his best player. Yeah, but I guess, you got to make some sort of big statement as well, Matt. The things are going so badly for them. Maybe he wanted to use that as like a big jolt. We've seen over the years, like Mourinho, Simeone, they will, make some sort of statement, like drop a big player just to show that, we can win without you as well, or something like that. But yeah, backfired. But yeah, guys, 45 minutes. I have to go to sleep. I have work in the morning. But of course, I'm going to be smiling like this. Thank you, every single person that joined me today. Hope you guys are enjoying. I am feasting 1-0, clean sheet, always enjoyable. And yeah, man, we deserve it. Inter fans, we deserve this lovely win. And once again, shouts out to the Curva Nord and everyone at the stadium for this beautiful choreography. I am Uncle Sharma. I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis, post-match reaction live stream. Thank you, Reza. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mattia, for reminding one more time for people to leave a thumbs up and subscribe before leaving. I appreciate you all the new channel members, everyone that commented today. You know the deal, guys. See you on the next one. Sampdoria away. We don't stop. Inter don't stop. Hopefully we keep collecting W's. Ciao ragazzi. Forza Inter always.